deliberate your point. I think we still deliberate on what you have said so far. I know Mr. Chegusi has something to say. Mr.
No, Guardiola is the best as you stand. I can't deny that. And then to dive a little bit back into the Nigerian NFL. That you guys, you think if I'm in Nigeria playing outside here, I'm playing in Europe. You think I want to play for Nigeria? I will not. Yes, because those one are people, they do not have chances to play for Europe. So the only chance to play they have is to play for their country. One, you have injury, they are not going to take care of you. It's not like they give you proper security. You know, they don't have excuse. Just like one of your what's his name, Yemi said. They don't find you. Now you go to country where they find you, when you want to husband, one club find you, that country be able to bring you out to become who you are. And then all of a sudden Nigeria just jump on somewhere and say, I want to carry you. I will not join.
It doesn't work that way.
You understand? I won't join because these people already find me out. They make me who I am. Now you want to rape the no, you're not taking the glory, it's not yours. So I'll play for that country that makes me who I am. It doesn't matter whether originally I was born in Nigeria or not. It doesn't matter. I won't stay. Obviously.
Yes, I agree.
All right, Mr. Ben. Thank you very much for your contribution. Yeah. Thank you very much. Nice talking with you.
Thank you guys.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Have a nice day.
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Mr. Shegun, you have seen it. Some people they vex so. He's calling from US. Everybody have his own opinion, and he has made his own view clear. But let me quickly. The second half of the matches around England have commenced. The match between Aston Villa have commenced, and there's an update here, and it is Fulham who have scored against Southampton. So the first relegation team is gradually coming closer.
Yeah, we actually expected the Fulham victory over Southampton. It was just about when is the goal going to come in that game. And good one for us. What's it called?
Carlos Vinicius.
Is
the one that scored.
That's another player that has actually been having a fantastic season with this Fulham team. So good one for them, and bad one for for Southampton. That we might actually be seeing them being confirmed for relegation this season. Yeah. So.
As it stands like this, if they lose, that means they've gone for relegation. They're the first team.
Yeah, they'll be the first team. They are currently on 24 points as it stands. Yeah. So the season is not really good for them. At the point, I actually felt like they should have left Asanotti, that's the former coach. They should have actually left him with the team because I don't see any progress with even getting another coach for the Southampton team. So probably they'll go back to the championship and play the championship next season, try and build on something strong and come back to the EPL stronger in 2 seasons' time.
I just feel that the owners of Southampton didn't learn from their mistake. They were in this kind of situation last season. The coach they first sacked found a way to bring them up to safety. If you remember last season, they were premiered, I think it was in 9-0 or 8-0 by Manchester United. They were really, 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 really bad. But they still found a way to come back, and they rally around, they escape relegation. But you can't really, that's why you can't live on luck.
Yeah.
You cannot build something on luck. You need a solid foundation. Luck can come and go, but you need a standard. And that's what has killed Southampton. They didn't really improve the squad the way they should. And that has shown now.
It's even sick right now that lots of there are lots of hyenas that is talking about clubs who will be actually looking at their players.
They will most likely.
Yeah, what price will surely be going out? Then you have Romeo Lavia, that's another fantastic players. There's Armstrong. Lot of good players in that in that Southampton team that will actually be moving to a better club that won't be going to relegation. Because I don't expect players like Lavia. What price might actually go with them because this these are players that belongs to the club. They start right from the small age, so they might actually it might actually be a one club player. It's just something that we might actually want to see come towards the end of the season. Is he going to stay with them? Is he going to move?
A factor for what Prowse is, he has gotten a call-up. He wants another one. There's no way English national team.
Well, it is already old.
We give
Prowse should be around 28, 29 right now.
Yeah, that's the prime age. 27, 28, 29 is prime. And imagine, Nigeria, I said Nigeria, English national team. We not really give you a call-up when you are. It's not like Nigeria. Where they will criticize the manager of that there are a lot of abundance of
Tottenham has always been on his neck, so
most likely
what will happen at the season.
Go. I think it will.
But I know one player that won't actually be going down with them is Romero Lavia. He has a lot of clubs on his neck. There's Chelsea, there's Manchester United, there's Manchester City who wants him back, and there's Arsenal who are in need of his service. So he won't be short of offers come end of the season.
All right, the Chelsea match is still on, and you can see Nottingham trying to score more. If Chelsea lost this match, that means
it won't have any effect.
They will equal their back-to-back home win. It has not happened to Chelsea before. The only time it happened was in 1993-1994 season. That means if they lost that home back-to-back, 3 successively lost at home twice. This one, if they lost this one, and that means they will equal that very bad record.
We've equaled every possible bad record this season. Chelsea finishing on 12th position is actually
and that is a goal for Chelsea. And it is Ibrahim Sterling that has scored for Chelsea.
Oh, I don't know.
If the referee cancel this goal now.
No, you can't cancel it. I think that's not even a deserved goal, because we've seen more of N.Forest in this game. But when you're a big player, you're a big player. That's what happens. That's what we see happen here. And this is another fantastic player in this Chelsea squad. Talking about Noni Madueke. He has been knocking on those doors from first half, and he has been having the last 3 games for Chelsea has been fantastic game for him. Yeah. This is on Trevor Chalobah playing in an unfamiliar position, because he has been playing right back since we lost this injury. And he has actually been good. I think he gave the assist in the last game. He gave one of the assists in the last game against Bournemouth. So good on for him, good on for Chelsea. 1-1. Let's see if they can actually get the victory. And don't forget, N.Forest also needs this game. They need this game to actually gather more points and move away from relegation zone.
Yeah. You know, I was talking about Chelsea losing successively back-to-back 3 times. I think the last time they did it was. And you say
we've broken all back.
You say they've broken all records, and this one now they just help themselves to get out.
Actually, records are meant to be broken.
We've broken all bad records. Staying 12th position is not actually good for Chelsea. We are not used to seeing Chelsea in that
Chelsea
kind of
has finished 11th before now.
Yeah, we finished 11th, but seeing us not.
And that very particular season, bros, that very particular season I'm talking about, Chelsea finished 14th on the table.
93 season.
93-94 season.
Yeah.
They finished 14th on the table.
2016 season.
Yeah.
2015-2016.
Yeah.
Chelsea finished 11th.
But I just have a belief in them that they will come back strong next season.
But one thing I love about Chelsea,
when you're a big club, you're a big club.
When they go down, they come back. You know, Yoruba will say "Agbo to ta di meyi," meaning a ram that goes back to, it goes back to gather strength
to fight.
And
Yeah, that's a very good proverb.
So that's the way I want to predict Chelsea.
Because when you look at the team coming into the next season, they'll be playing lesser games. They don't have more engagements. There's no European engagement. So I actually expect a very good season from them. And most of these players will have gelled together by then. Because we have a lot of players who are playing their first season at Chelsea. A lot of players who are brought into the team playing together for the first time. By next season, they must have gelled together. You have Modric, who's still trying to find his feet. And we've seen some fantastic play from him of recent. So that shows that there's a lot of promising improvements come next season.
Come to the season, and again, there's this demand.
We have to talk about it next.
Demand,
demand for when just win the EPL.
A demand for Pochettino. A demand for Pochettino for the purchase of Emi Martinez, the goalkeeper of Aston Villa.
Yeah, I think Chelsea actually need a new goalkeeper, because you have to look at the goalkeepers. They have the caliber of goalkeeper. We've not really seen Eduard Mendy this season. He hasn't really looked like the Mendy under Tuchel during Tuchel first season. You have Kepa, who is always having a good game today and a bad game tomorrow. So we need a stability keeper. We need a consistent goalkeeper. When you look at Martinez, he's at that age, at that prime age of a goalkeeper. 31 is a good age for a goalkeeper. He has the experience. He was a former Arsenal goalkeeper. He's a World Cup winner. So that's a good frame for a goalkeeper Chelsea actually wants. Then you have to look at it like they are trying to run away from competition for the young Gigi Slonani, who is actually another fantastic goalkeeper, but I don't think he's actually ripe for Chelsea now. But if you have Martinez, who can keep for the next 4 to 5 years, and actually Slonina can be an understudy. Who else can be a good understudy for except from Martinez? He has the EPL experience. I think should be a good one for Chelsea.
Yeah, it should be a good one for Chelsea. And this very particular match,
Manchester United,
as Tottenham is 1-0 down, and a goal for Harry Kane will equal Salah's record. Harry Kane have 23, Salah have 24. Only Allah have broken that record. But
not the record on the goal chart.
On the goal chart, yeah. This season.
He's going to meet him on the goal chart.
Yeah. So if he can score one in this very encounter against Aston Villa, I think he will equal Salah's record. That means two people are about breaking Salah's record.
It's not about breaking, really. The season has not ended. They are still counting their goal tally. So it's who ends second. Nobody's
first is done and dusted.
No, nobody's removing Haaland from that top.
Nobody's beating Haaland from the first position.
Then the gap is much.
Even secondly, on the for the past 20 years, the only team that I've seen that was successful without having a fantastic goalkeeper was the Barcelona of Messi, Guardiola, because they won't allow you to possess the ball. You need the ball to make attempts. Even the goalkeeper is part of their players, so he can play well with the ball. But other than that, go and check the teams that are successful. You need a stable goalkeeper that is reliable,
with good reflexes.
That is reliable. That can, and now the goalkeeper should be able to play with the ball. So responsibilities is hardened. So what better choice than Martinez? And you need a goalkeeper to penalty situation that can do the job.
Martinez is actually a good goalkeeper. He's actually good. If Chelsea should get him, they actually get a very good goalkeeper for less than. He should be coming in for less than 30 million pounds.
They should just get rid of Kepa, as far as I'm concerned.
So
honestly,
no
hard feelings. Honestly, Kepa is a playing goalkeeper, yes.
Yeah.
But most of the goals Kepa concede, many of it are abysmal, unbelievable. Like timing to come out. See, Mendy considered this goal today. He is much rusty. He's still understandable. But Kepa, today it will be fantastic. Tomorrow he will concede a goal. You just look at him and like when a goalkeeper is going to you can. The only season Chelsea enjoyed Kepa
was the
first season he came. After that first season, that Couture left and Kepa came. After that first season, Chelsea has not really seen any consistency in Kepa. And I just think Kepa should be going. And his wages too are not small. So I think Chelsea should get rid of Kepa. Bring in Martinez, then Mendy and Martinez should fight for the jersey so that there will be competition, so that one goalkeeper will not be too relaxed. And Slonina will just grow under them, and they will take up the gloves a few years ago.
Oh, that was very important. It's a very close one for
Anthony. We're used to seeing him with all his near misses shots. He likes taking outside shots. I'm talking about goalkeeper. I think another fantastic goalkeeper that just mentioned.
And there is an update. There is an update.
Oh, this should be a
goal for Chelsea. And it's like in the place.
Wow, what a goal.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah for Chelsea. Hallelujah.
There's no.
The Lord God.
That's actually a fantastic goal for
Hallelujah for Chelsea. I think back-to-back victory will be a very good news.
Yeah, it will be a very good one for Frank Lampard's confidence going into next season with whichever club he's going to join. I don't really see him. I don't really expect him to join a football club next season. But this should be morale booster for Chelsea. Yes, these are the 2 games I actually expected them to win, but you know, when you're winning 2 games on the bounce, if they lose the next 3 games, there's no problem because I don't really expect them getting 1 or 2 points from our next 3 games.
So Chelsea will begin to rejoice.
Man City, Manchester United, what's it called? Newcastle. Wow.
That Newcastle match will be a match.
But funny enough, the most unthinkable thing can happen. Why? Because when one team, the only reason the game between Leeds and Newcastle was that high in the tempo is that the 2 teams have something to play for. Go and check it. Many of the time when the other team is now having something to play for and is actually a big team, they can be spoilers. Because one, Man City will come to play under pressure. Man U will come to play under pressure. All Chelsea just need to do is soak the pressure. And when a team is under pressure, they tend to lose concentration
and make a lot of mistakes.
You just hit them hard, go back again. And what? It is possible. But against Man City, it's a Socrates for me. But against Man U,
Manchester United, that might actually end in a full-time draw. And if it doesn't end in a draw, it's going to be a massacre against Chelsea.
But Man City.
But Manchester City, I thought you were actually talking about Manchester City. That the magic can.
Is it not the same?
I think winning these 2 games now will give Chelsea a sense of belief that they've actually gotten victories out of it's been long they actually got victories, and getting 2 victories is actually a good one for the confidence. So I think they can take the next 3 losses.
But before we start celebrating, this is the 61 minutes into the second half. They still have 29 minutes to play.
29 minutes plus to play.
They're not celebrating, but it's a good. At least you say at least. They say Saturday, they say Sunday, bro. Bro, they say, but there is this program. They say Sunday will go good. Now for Saturday you go no. I'm talking about next season, no.
You guys on Saturday wearing go for overnight. Maybe on Saturday they do.
And especially if they are a punter.
We are talking about Chelsea. Not Chelsea. We know this club. So
if they are a staker, there are some Saturday that is worse. But Sunday you know, and some Saturday will be very sweet. Sunday will come with their axe. And
I won the year again. I've recognized against Chelsea. I told you, I said it's not time for us.
It's got 2 goals in the last game. Do you remember?
In the last game.
Got 2 goals in the last game.
So. One thing Chelsea know how to do is to concede goal. Chelsea knows how to concede goal.
Wow, good goal. That's almost a like for like goal. He scored. The first goal was a nodding, and the second is an elder, and that talks so much about Chelsea's central defense or Chelsea defense line. What are they looking? See how he came out. That is a fantastic striker. This is a striker. What's it called? Nottingham Forest actually paid that much money to get from Union Berlin. We saw how much goals he scored at Union Berlin last season. He hasn't really found his feet in the EPL, but getting these goals towards the end of the season is actually good for him.
There's a VAR check. This is an offside. This is a clear offside.
That's why I said.
Wow. So Chelsea should continue. They should just continue that celebration. Chelsea just continue.
Was the ball on air before he moved?
Possible offside.
Wow,
that's an offside.
Nice nodding.
Look at it, that's an offside.
I think it was coming out after the.
I think it will be ruled out for an offside.
Well, that deny us. What's wrong with this Manchester United, for Christ's sake?
The goal has been given.
The goal was given.
It was given. Because I say, let us look at the flight of the ball. Because the ball might actually be on air before he actually made the movement for that. But that is the fantastic striker goal. This is the Taiwo Awoniyi we saw at the Under-17 World Cup. This is Taiwo Awoniyi we've always known. Yeah. But we've not really seen him bring this type of performance to the Super Eagles. Yeah. But good on 2 goals.
This guy is an inbox striker.
Yeah.
Who will feed him?
It's
the
same thing with Osimhen. The same thing with Osimhen.
When you have a proper number 9, you need people. You need guys to feed him.
Look at the kind of wingers we have: Moses Simon, Chukwueze. These are wingers who actually want to cut in and take one or two.
The cutting, can they even cut in?
Shots. That's what I'm trying to say.
This
is a chance for Manchester United. I think Manchester United the game is actually looking drab. This is what we're expecting.
Let's just not really twist towards Nigeria.
As I was talking, Awoniyi scored 2, Eze scored 2. Yeah. I was talking about Crystal Palace.
Good day for Nigeria.
Crystal Palace.
Nigerian bomb.
You know, I wonder he scored 2, and Eze scored 2, and the first assist for Eze was from Ayo.
Imagine
Ayo. Then the second assist was Olise. You understand?
That's another fantastic player. Nigeria has been cutting in, but I think he's actually more interested in playing for France. Actually.
Is it France?
Yeah, France actually.
You know, talking about Crystal Palace. He
can play for, I think, three teams.
Nigeria, France, Nigeria, France, Algeria. Because his mother is from Algeria.
So he's still open.
I think Germany is among them too.
I don't really think Germany is there.
Listen, I think Germany is among them because there was a time the news broke when Nigeria was trying to cut him. That was like he was favoring a move to the
another corner kick for N.Forest. This is another good try. It's like this Chelsea.
I was talking about Crystal Palace. Crystal Palace it's like they have the smallest stadium, 25,486 capacity.
Yeah, we might be seeing another small team next season if Luton should actually make the cuts to the EPL. I think their capacity is around 10,000 to 15,000 capacity. So it might not really happen. They might not really get the cuts. Maybe they'll have to rent another stadium next season.
So and Old Trafford is the biggest stadium in England.
Yeah, no doubt. It's a traditional old stadium.
Yeah, it's the biggest stadium in England. So and let's be I've talked about it before, and I was talking about Kane. Harry Kane. He has really done well for Tottenham.
No, he is actually the main.
And I've talked about him equaling Salah's record. And there is something unique about him. 5 times he has scored 1 goal, and 1-0 Spurs used to win. 5 times in this season.
Left to me, it's about time Harry Kane actually leaves Tottenham for a more serious club or a bigger club. Because you look at the kind of caliber of striker he is, this is the kind of striker that we actually fit him into a team like Manchester United or a team like Chelsea. You actually do something good for big teams who prioritize winning trophy. Like Yemi was saying, I guess, about Tottenham the other time. I believe there are clubs. We have some clubs who actually come into the season or get players to actually sell players for better amounts of money to actually make profit over the players. We have clubs like that. That's the kind of club I actually fit Tottenham to be, but I don't know why they've not been able to. Why they are not actually interested in cashing out on Harry Kane, because this is a player that will actually fetch them over 100 million. So that is a very good chance of N.Forest there.
The danger is just that if you remove Harry Kane, who will score 25 goals next season? And when you remove that 25,
once Harry Kane
done a relegation.
Son will also leave. That is one thing about Tottenham.
Even if Son can 1-3 make a Forest, even if Son is there, leave Son, remove Harry Kane. That means they will be battling relegation 15. You know, Tottenham dragging. Tottenham against Forest battle to go to safety. I think the reality is just dawning on Levy. And I think that's why he's holding on to Kane.
Wow. Anthony Martial is going out. And they are bringing in their attacking defender. That is
Where goes?
Oh, he has been missing in action all this while.
Where goes?
He has been missing in action all this while.
He's still struggling to get one or 2 goals for Manchester United. I don't really see him staying at Manchester United next season. I think come end of season they will cut those ties with him and he will return back to his club. Good to say his parent club, that is Burnley, they actually come back to the Premier League. And let's see how much Vincent Kompany will be interested in having him in this team. And this is a good chance for
good chance, the goalkeeper is out! And that should be...
have been falling down there.
I'm very sure the referee is going to give him a yellow card. Just one, it's a yellow card.
There won't be a yellow card there. Because he continued to play and he didn't stay on the floor. If he had stayed on the floor, that would have been possibly red card for the job.
There will be a yellow card. Immediately they stop this game, probably the referee is going to give a yellow card. Because that is a yellow card offense.
I don't think he will give the yellow card because there was continuation there. The guy stood up back to play on.
Because he's hungry. Styling again.
I think
trying to score an hat-trick.
This should be one of his best games in Chelsea's shirts.
Yeah. So that is to say, Lampard is working.
No, it's not Lampard is working. It's not Lampard is working.
It's not Lampard.
If Lampard is working, I think he should be falling there. This is one thing about footballers.
Look at that. Look at it.
No. That would have been.
Okay,
that would have been that.
I think even himself was trying to commit himself.
Yes.
Yeah. That would have been a dive.
There was no contact.
Sorry to Manchester United fans. That wasn't a contact by the year.
There was no contact, and I can see another.
That should be a free kick for Chelsea. But it's not really about getting free kicks. Who are the free kick takers? I think this is one of the things Chelsea have to look forward to when they're signing players coming end of the season. Try and get players who are good at dead kicks. It's not about just dot ball situations. It's not about just getting. You look at our corner kicks. Who takes the corner? Mostly when this guy starts, when Chilwell starts. How many clubs use this left back to play corner kicks? Just Chelsea. Oh, that free kick wasn't given.
Oh, well. All right, there's an update. It is Fulham who have scored against Tottenham. They are making things worse for Southampton. And the goal was scored by Mitrovic.
Mitrovic is back. They actually missed him. Over that 9-match ban.
They will have been in contention for you.
I think he left. He was given 8-match ban. And that is one thing. I think he needs a psychologist, someone who actually sit him down and talk to him. Mitrovic is actually he will have actually been a great striker. He's a player I actually see in the mode of Zlatan Ibrahimovic. But he allows his emotion to get over him too much. That 8-match ban was unnecessary. I think that was against Manchester United. That was
the FA Cup.
Yes, the FA Cup, where he got the ref in his neck. So it was uncalled for. I think hopefully he has learned his lesson from that. But the Mitrovic we know, he hasn't learned anything from that.
And you know, in England, they are just waiting for you to offend.
Or just offend. Just the slightest of it.
They will over-expand it for you.
Like last man, they will wait for you.
Oh my God. I know it.
They will wait for you to enter.
When you run against the traffic and the camera just takes you, they will now wait for you next time. You want to come and review. That's how the England are.
Talking about Aston Villa, there is another goal against Tottenham, and this time the goal was scored by Douglas Luiz. The first goal was scored by Ramsey. An assist from Belly, then the second goal by Douglas Luiz.
I think Tottenham will actually be praying for the season to end. They are just like Chelsea. They are just like Chelsea fans. They are actually praying. Let this season just end so we can actually restart.
And they cost it for themselves.
And that's the cross of Chelsea, but it's to nobody.
You know, Chelsea is fit.
Yeah.
Tottenham, they cost it. The only thing that put them in this position was sacking Conte. No, realistically, let's sit down and analyze it. Had it been when Conte said it, you call an in-house meeting, you sat down, you settled it. You know, the wave would have gone. You would have focused on your team and prepare for the end of the season. Maybe we'll sack him at the end. Do you know that Tottenham will not be in this position?
Yeah. It's probably an MIB here too. So
because this same Conte brought them into the top 4. They've been consistent to some extent because they've stayed up under.
This should be a goal for Manchester United. Oh, that was a fantastic save from Don. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a fantastic goal. That is a fantastic goalkeeping from him. And this is his debut in the EPL. It's actually his first game for Wolves in the EPL. Yes. Because we are not seeing what's it called. Sa used to be the first goalkeeper. He's not here today.
That was a beautiful save.
That was a beautiful shot from
beautiful
Sancho.
Save for Sancho and
that goal would have done so much for his confidence.
You know, we are talking about Tottenham, and I remember during the interview, Harry Kane was saying Tottenham Hotspur have really lost what they used to be in recent years. And what
have they been?
You know what they've played in
Champions League final.
Champions League final, and they've gotten to second position of the Premier League like twice. You know that was why that was one of the reasons why the reason why they sacked Pochettino, because we get them closer, but we will not get the trophy. You know, and Ryan Mason support him and say yes, it's correct as the manager.
See,
because Messi knows he won't be staying there as manager coming end of the season. He knows he will be leaving that position as the club coach, so he can't really say anything right now. The season is almost done, just 3 or 4 more games to go, so no excuse. There's no problem right now. It's just about damage controls for them. But I just want to see who the next manager is going to be for Tottenham and what are they going to promise the next manager. Because it's not about you just bringing in players. Yes, that is one of the problems Conte actually had with them. It's not about you just piling the team up with players How much quality players are they getting for the manager? That is another important question to Tottenham.
You know, Tottenham is this team that, you know, those quarter to teams before that, they are trying, but they are about to get there, but they don't get. That's the level they were. What Kane was saying is, at least they were in the competition.
Yeah.
They know that they don't win. They wanted to get to the level of winning, which made them bring in Jose Mourinho.
Yeah.
That actually brought them to a place where they could have won something. But because of the arrogance of Daniel Levy, which is a very, very terrible man when it comes to manager. Like, he doesn't really, he's very, very rigid. He's a rigid type of owner. So, look at what Conte said. As a Daniel Levy, we understand that he will sack him. But there are some management that they will find a way to mend things. Because why I'm saying this is not that Conte is not the best coach in the world. But you have to look at the moment. You have to look at the message. You have to look at which other manager we want to come. It's not only, look at why Chelsea got an interim manager. Was not because we can't get another manager. Was the image of Chelsea sacking 2 managers. If the third one now fail again, you now sack 3 managers in
one season.
Then how will another coach want to come and get that job? Because it will dent their image, it will dent their CV. So now Tottenham will struggle to get a quality manager. And look at their squad, they are just average players. It's not just Kane and Son that stand out. And look at, they need a very good coach. Conte took a risk taking that job. And he took it, complaining, bringing this guy, somebody that he brought into players from unlikely position, brought them into the top 4. What do you do next? Then you give him more. And you know Conte, he doesn't know how to keep his mouth shut when he wants to complain. He will sit.
That's a free kick for Chelsea there. Ziyech actually won that for them.
Yeah,
and I think Ziyech should be leaving at the end of this.
He will surely believe in Chelsea.
Depending on the manager that comes.
But look at there was okay, there's a contact. There's a contact there. There's a contact there. As it stands now, it is sweet thing for Aston Villa. Aston Villa is in 7th position. 7th position, equal point with Tottenham.
You know they want to play in the
To think they were coming from relegation zone at the point when they sacked Steven Gerrard, they were actually in the relegation zone at 18th or 17th position. And seeing them in the 7th position shows how much good work Unai Emery, who actually won the manager of the month for April.
Yeah.
A very much deserved one for him. And we're still seeing the good work he's still doing in that team.
That is a very just equal point with Tottenham.
Aston Villa fans, they can begin to dream.
They can begin to dream.
Get to Europa League. He's a Europa League professional.
Yeah, that's true.
He's a Europa League professional. But he was the one that was
he lost it against Chelsea.
Against Chelsea, he lost it. Okay. Why? Because the Arsenal team was nothing close to what Chelsea had then. There was Hazard, there were guys that can run you down. Even at that, the first half I think ended 0-0. It was the second half that the damage.
Man, did you see what Sterling is playing today? It's just like the Sterling we used to know. I think he has come up. Look at this move.
Yes, his move is good, but Sterling
will always be Sterling. The end product justifies it. Normally Sterling is a workaholic player, but his end product is what he actually needs to.
But it's like something happened because if you look at the past matches he played,
Chelsea just playing first corner 78 minutes.
Shows how terrible the attack line is. The goals just came in out against the round of play, but that's not it.
All right, let me quickly run down the results so far. The first match, the early match of the day, Leeds versus Newcastle 2-2, Aston Villa versus Tottenham 2-0, Chelsea versus Nottingham 2-2.
To shift. Ten Hag, he wants to bring in Harry Maguire. Now, he understands that in Premier League, he wants to defend. It's the truth. Look at it now. He's trying to defend his victory because
as I say, I can just imagine the facial expression of Manchester United fans. Like,
so what the manager is thinking? It's not what the fans are thinking.
Yeah.
You understand? The manager now is thinking is that I'm bringing Maguire to come and defend one goal,
yeah.
but the fans will say, oh. That's one goal must come in now. That's what the fans will
I
be
think they actually need Maguire because we saw the substitution from Wolves bringing Raul Jimenez into this game. That is a player who is very good at with area threat. His area threat is actually 100%. So I think they'll actually be needing someone like Harry Maguire to actually checkmate him in this game.
So can you just give me 2 or 3 important play of a Maguire? Why is it important? Can you just give me 2? Because a lot of people have anybody you call will say this man. You are the only one that is saying
Maguire is actually Maguire. I think this is one substitution Manchester United fans want to see.
He's back from injury.
He just came back.
But you know Manchester United fans want to see that, like Varane coming out for Harry Maguire. Left to me, Harry Maguire is a fantastic defender. I do argue it out.
It's not bad.
The only time we see Harry Maguire having problems is at Manchester United, and the only reason why we see him having problems at Manchester United is because Manchester United fans are actually trying to fixate themselves on seeing Harry Maguire's mistake. Thiago Silva at Chelsea, it's not like he doesn't make mistakes. We've seen defenders make costly mistakes, but how much Manchester United fans are just interested in seeing this man make a mistake? This is a player that plays for the England national team. No matter how much he sits on the Manchester United bench, he's actually going to be called into the English national team. So he's a fantastic player.
This thing now keep making some mistakes. These are the 3 key guys that has held this game so far, and you withdraw them the same time. You will see that the tempo of Manchester United
we know what Garnacho can also bring into a game. He's actually as good as Sancho also. So let's just see if they can.
Beautiful one! That's a good save. This is another save from the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
Wow.
That means that's a good purchase,
Wow.
From Wolve.
Yeah, he learned from the best. When you learn from Ose,
you can't justify him, but
you know how good Osisa is actually. How good he is. So when you learn from Iron Sharp,
Awoni is going out. The scorer with 2 goals.
He's going out.
Good on for him.
At the 81st minute.
I mean, his last 2 games, he has scored on braces in his last 2 games. Good one for him. Good one for his confidence. And I think he'll be actually going into the next game even looking more sharper and more confident. And bringing in Johnson for Awoni, that's another crazy player you don't want to see. He's one of the fastest players in EPL.
A cross! Oh, what a head. That is the tall man. Wiggles.
Attacking defender.
Attacking defender.
He should be scoring that.
He should be scoring that because he bent his leg.
Or he should be taking that on targets, not off targets.
All right, it is the 86 minutes, the match between Southampton and Fulham versus Fulham. 2-0 in favor of Fulham. And Aston Villa, 2-0 in favor of Aston Villa. 2-0 Crystal Palace, Bournemouth. I think it's a very good game today.
And Chelsea is still 2-2.
Chelsea 2-2.
We might actually be ending this as 2-2.
And even Man U seems.
And there's still chances of this Manchester United game ending in draw.
Yeah, there's still a chance. You will see that what will happen in this Man U game is that the attacking press, it will reduce drastically. Just watch and see.
There's a counter for Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Ziyech is down.
No, Ziyech on the good days.
Remember, the substitution was made at the 81st minute.
Yeah.
Watch from now. You will see how the attacking press of Man U will reduce compared to what it was. Because that substitution, it was good, but you don't withdraw 3 key men at the same time. You withdraw one after the other so that the second one will sweat. Now, what are we seeing now? Who is defending?
And probably if you want to substitute 3 players at the same time, not defenders.
Not even apart from defenders, there are 3 key players. One in the defense, one in the midfield, one in the attack. It will affect them. It is only this thing.
Look at the fights.
A realistic thing. To affect them. Look at it now.
That's Chelsea.
Look at the fight from Chelsea there. Gallagher was, you know. Let me pick you.
That was close.
That was so close.
They are getting closer.
That was close.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Have they gotten any close since first half like this? They've not gotten close like this since first half. Abi Wolves, the game we've been seeing. Well, he has done it before. They can do it again. Yes, now against Sevilla, is that not what happened? When he withdrew this guy, Fernandez and
I want to believe there's probably something he must have seen. Maybe the players are actually, maybe there's fatigue. Fatigue might have actually set in. So he will have, there's something he'll have probably seen for him to actually make that substitution.
And I know Man U fans know how to win courses. If they draw this game, they will win courses. Okay?
Let us quickly look at the top scorers of the Premier League as it stands now. As it stands now.
And that's Garnacho on this attack and Fernandez. That's a wrong pass for him.
As it stands now in the Premier League, Haaland is having 35 goals.
He's home and dry. So
Kane having 26. Kane is even 26.
Yeah.
Tony 20.
Tony.
Salah 19.
Yeah.
Wilson scored 2 goals today.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
The
another
goal,
player.
yeah,
That's another player.
two penalty, yeah.
That's another player having a fantastic season with what's it called?
Newcastle.
It's the first time. It's actually the first time in a long time for Newcastle having a striker scoring that much goals. 17 goals he has this season. Fantastic one for Callum Wilson. Let's see how much he can actually bring into the team. He has mastered that partnership with Isak up front, and we saw it work out today.
Yeah.
And we've always seen it work. We've always seen it working for the both of them this season. So let's see how much they're going to bring. But playing the Champions League next season, though, actually needs some experienced players in that team.
Ordinarily, somebody scoring 17 goals would have been the highest scorer in the Premier League some times ago. But it's like this season there's a lot of goals. There's a lot of goals.
Nicolas Anelka at the point had 17 goals.
Yeah.
What the highest scorer? I think that was 2013, 2014 season or so. It should be 2013, 2014 because that was when Lampard, Didier Drogba came for the African Nations Cup.
Yes.
So he won the highest score with 18 or 19 goals that season.
Even few seasons ago now, Mane, Salah and Aubameyang that they ended the season on the same goals. I think 18, 2 or 19. And they all got the golden ball.
Were they 2 or even 3?
3 now.
A chance for Chelsea.
Okay, Kane. Kane?
Salah, Aubameyang and Mane.
And Mane, yeah.
So what does that tell? It tells that this season there's a lot of goals.
It's not about this season, there's a lot of goals. We actually brought in a robot into the EPL. A robot came.
A goal machine.
A goal machine came.
An alien was brought in the EPL.
An alien.
Scoring 35 goals like it's nothing. And he's still gone to score more goals. We might even see Alan get into 40 goals at this end of the season. And you look at his age, 22. He can only get better. Next season, he will still look forward to breaking his own personal record.
I just feel what happened is when you bring a machine to a factory where there's constant electricity. So that's what happened. He came to a club that they will finish him with passes.
I'm one of those people that talk down on him when he was at Dortmund. Each weekend when I see him score, I'll say, oh, he's scoring goals because he's in the Farmers League. But he came into the EPL and turned it even into a potato family. Because every angle is touching, he's bringing out goals. And that is how potato farm is. Every angle you are touching, you are bringing out potatoes. So just turn the EPL into a monopolized league. And
35
unexpected 35 goals. That's
31, 32
he hasn't scored just 2 games. There are 2 teams he hasn't scored this season. That's Chelsea and maybe Bournemouth or so.
He has not scored against Chelsea.
By the time he's going to score against Chelsea, probably an hat-trick that day.
And that's the match that is coming up.
Is it this Chelsea?
Because he'll be coming with a big confidence that he wants to score. He wants to score against Chelsea.
No, when you call Chelsea, wait, is it this Chelsea that is playing 2-2 against Chelsea?
He hasn't scored against Chelsea this season.
That Man City will play.
Yes, no. Why not?
And that same Man City defeated Bayern 3-0.
Yeah.
And that same Etihad Chelsea is going.
That's the slaughter ground. And at last, Harry Kane have hit one.
Wow.
That guy is
Well,
consistent when it comes to scoring. And now it's 27. You know, that's enough, and that's massive.
That's massive. That's huge.
It's
just that Haaland. You see, you have to give credit to Kane. What is the supply in Tottenham? Who supplies him passes like what they give Haaland?
That shows how good of a striker he is. I think he should actually push for that transfer to Liverpool, Tottenham. Move to a club that can actually give him the.
Oh, look at this goalkeeper! That was a beautiful save by the goalkeeper.
Anthony will be asking himself, what else can I do to actually score from this goalkeeper today? I think away from that, he should be scoring these. Look at glaring chances.
He placed it on that angle, but the goalkeeper followed.
This is like the second or third time we've been seeing trying to check into that angle.
And that's the best angle you could get. If you aim the next angle, the defender is already there.
Yeah, that's the best angle.
That's the space he got.
I think Wolves have a good goalkeeper at their hand. Apart from that unexpected goal against the run of play, we've not really seen Manchester United threatening them to get another goal since that time. So,
see, they're even wasting time. They are trying to.
What do you expect?
What do you expect? Just 6 minutes to go.
They just need a 3 points.
Premier League.
And they held them to the right position, just tap,
And Chelsea to 90 minutes, still 2-2.
And everybody will be doing fire brigade approach. And now there's a counter against.
That's the wrong pass. That's the wrong pass from Wolves.
That's the wrong pass.
I think that actually sums up their game.
I think there's
one wrong pass or the other.
There's a sweet partnership coming from Badashile and Thiago Silva.
Thiago Silva might be leaving at the end of the season because it's looking like he wants Chelsea to actually release him from that contract so he can move back to Brazil, to the Brazil league.
Yeah, Fluminense.
So probably at the end of the season, this might actually be the last season we'll be seeing Thiago Silva at Chelsea.
39 years old, yes.
39 years old, 3 fantastic seasons at Chelsea. The first season he came in, it was just like coming in for one season, coming as a makeshift defender. Let's just have you play for us for 1 year. 1 year actually turned into 3 years. That's a fantastic goalkeeper, fantastic defender. And it's actually, at the point we do look at players that by the time a player is getting to 32, 33, 34, they are getting the twilight of their career.
Okay, something's about to happen.
Oh, no! Maguire!
They actually got out. Wolves are actually knocking on that door. They're actually knocking on that door. And they might actually
Mr. Dayimi said it, that you're going to see a lot of and we are seeing it. And they have been pressing on Manchester United since the substitution made by Ten Hag.
The only reason why I see that, even Wolves, they are not that, is because they are safe. If they try this with N.Forest, okay. You see this Forest, what they did to Liverpool, okay.
Who's falling down?
All right, even Chelsea, right now, Chelsea is in 11 points, even with this draw.
11 points, 11 position.
11 position, 43 points. They have already crossed the 40 mark this thing. So they're in 11 position. And even if they win their next 2 matches, they will still remain there.
We are finishing at 11 position. We've been there for like most of our season. This should be like maybe 8 or 9 games we've been in that position. So we are used to it already.
It took Chelsea like 3 months to leave 10th position. And I was thinking they would go to maybe 9 promotion, but they were demoted. So 11 position. And now that they're beginning to build a seat.
Such is life.
And they were trying to furnish it so that they can sit comfortably.
It happens. We'll be back next season.
Stronger. You'll be back next season. You'll go back to the drawing board.
Somebody left the Champions League since 2017. They did not kill them now. 6 years, picking where they're born, then don't enter primary school. In fact, almost finishing primary school. And they didn't kill them.
That's the edge.
So, Chelsea has tried now.
The match between Fulham and Southampton have come to an end. And 2-0 in favor of Fulham. And Fulham have moved to
relegated.
That's Southampton.
9th position.
This is a chance for Manchester United.
Oh, a counter. Who is it?
Wow. Remember what I said about him that he's actually as good as Sancho. He can actually make things happen. Coming back from injury.
Okay.
This is another fantastic young product, another fantastic player for Argentina. And he might actually be the heir to Lionel Messi in that Argentina national team.
It's too much.
No, he might be the heir to him.
Lionel
Messi has to
take over from Messi.
At the point Lionel Messi is going to retire.
Yes, but Gamacho,
that's
too big of a shoe for him.
Remember,
just overhyping.
It's not about overhyping. It's not about overhyping.
I don't agree.
Lionel Messi came in at the age of 18 to replace Requeme in what's it called in Argentina national team. And he has actually been growing. It's about the growth.
Messi,
it's about
you can't say Messi grew.
It's about the growth.
Messi is a born footballer. Like Yoruba will say, "I've been money."
No, I'm not talking about. I'm not talking about talent. I'm not talking about
they gave birth to it with him. Like he was born with it.
No. This is a fantastic goal.
It's a sweet goal, yes.
Sweet goal.
But we know Messi at 18, 19 we take on 6 players, 5 players to go and score. And you want to compare with Ga what?
He will also get there. Let it just continue growing.
You know this Gamacho. I'm not underestimating. He's a good player, not taking nothing away from him. But when we talk about Messi, the difference is clear, like 7-0.
Oh, Chelsea and
what caused that goal was Wolves. They went out on
mass attack,
and
the counter just came
in.
Wow, it was even against run of play.
Yeah.
And I think the regulation time. It is over. 5 minutes added, and I think any moment from now the referee is going to blow the whistle, and you can see the coach of N.Forest and he's holding his head. I don't know whether it's not a good result for him.
It needs to win now. This is relegation.
Look at the back pass Chelsea are giving. This is the second time they are giving back pass to that goalkeeper. They are making him to
they have a good goalkeeper. That is Kane Navas. So they have a good goalkeeper in that team. But I think Frank Lampard will take the draw over him losing this game. So I think at the end of the day, they are safe.
Oh, it is Tottenham who are trying to make it again. Wow. It will be
one of the biggest comebacks. No,
they've been coming back, and it's another goal for Tottenham. 2-2 in the 97th minute. Wow. You know, we saw it again. They almost did it against Manchester City.
Yeah, they almost did it against Manchester City, yes.
Yeah.
They tried coming back that day too.
Yeah.
They got the comeback and they lost it.
And it is the brother of
the
goal came from the brother of Kane, Son. You know, they work like brother.
What a better duo any club can actually ask for. That is talking about Son and Harry Kane. They both complement each other. They both fit in for each other in that team.
Oh, wow. And the match between Chelsea and N.Forest have come to an end, and that match ends 2-2. 2-2. What a result.
What a result.
Good one for N.Forest. Congratulations to N.Forest. I think they should be smelling.
Awoni should be getting the man of the match in this game.
Of course. Who other? Of course.
N.Forest remains 16th position. Chelsea remain 11th position.
So it's a battle of the second page of EPL.
Yes, and the match between Manchester United have come to an end too.
Two goals to nil.
Two beautiful goals from Manchester United. Manchester United remain fourth.
Are they fourth or they should be on third now?
Fourth. Okay, they've just.
They will be on.
They should be on.
They will stay on fourth.
Fourth position.
Yes, because of Newcastle has superior goal difference.
Okay, they are both on the same point right now.
Yes, the same point, but superior goal difference.
Superior goal difference, and they've considered lesser goal than.
That's the table we are saying.
Manchester.
Newcastle has 30. Is that 32 goal difference or 40? What?
32, yes.
32, and Manchester United are 10. Wow, that's a very big gap.
The gap is huge.
Wow.
The Tottenham goal has been cancelled.
Wow.
The Tottenham goal has been removed.
The goal has been cancelled.
You can actually see the tears on the Southampton.
And it ends 2-1.
Not believing it. They'll be going down this season. They'll be playing the championship come next season. It's always hard you playing the championship. The championship you are playing about 43 games in a season.
Yes.
It's actually a wide season.
42
games in one season
in
the championship. So it's a long season for them.
It's a long season.
This is a player that has been there. Talking about commitment to a team. Every time Fulham has been going on relegation, Mitrovic has been going down there, and he has always been winning the highest score whenever he's down, except for when Tony won it with Brentford.
Yeah.
Well, Browse. This is a fantastic player. I would like to see what comes of him at the end of the season. Is he going to stay there Is he going to actually be loyal to the team, or he will be actually joining?
And they've stayed up for about 11 seasons.
Yeah, they've been up for a long time.
But I think we are looking at another Stoke situation. Stoke has gone down now, and
they've never come back.
All right, the 6 matches of the Premier League have come to an end, and you can see the result before us. So.
And even before that, we are about to experience, and it's like Sunderland is coming back.
Yeah, they'll be playing.
They are into the
playoffs. So you know, playoffs is actually
money spinning playoff. You know, the playoff final is the
actually
most expensive
match in the world. The winner goes home with, I think, about 140 million.
No, it would have increased. It's increased.
That's last season, 140 million pounds. It's the most expensive football competition in the world.
Match. Just one day match, and you go home with.
That's why N.Forest could come to this season and buy about 23 to 24 players.
Yes.
We saw KPR also did it when they came back that time. Just got the money, start signing over 20 players. But if N.Forest are going to actually beat the drop this season, I expect them to actually be they will actually be a very good club next season. They have the caliber, they have good players. You are seeing Awoni, there's Johnson, there's Lingard, there's Keylor Navas. They have Mangala in the midfield. These are experienced footballers. They just need that gelling and stability. That's what I actually see them needing in that team.
Well, what Chelsea is going through now, they went through it earlier in the season.
Yeah.
Bringing new guys together. Before they gel, it will take time. So that's what is going on. So Chelsea spending 600 million. It's not for now.
It's for seasons to come.
For the future. And trust me, when I say, if you bring a proper manager for this Chelsea team, you will be surprised they'll compete straight for the league. Just give them a mobile striker in the range of like Osimhen or even Isak of Newcastle.
Yeah.
Some mobile striker like that, and give them a good coach, a very good coach, and a replacement for Thiago Silva if he leaves. We will come back here and still talk.
I think I want the striker. I want Ivan Toney in Chelsea next season. I really love to see that.
For me, I don't want him back.
So, Mr. Shegun, we have seen. Mr. Shegun.
Another package, British.
Toney is actually fantastic.
All right, Mr. Shegun, we have seen the results so far. Can you just in 2 minutes just analyze what we've seen today, all the matches, what interests you most, what you want to talk about before we go?
Wow. Interesting game. Like the Chelsea one, as much as we expected, just like we don't even know the result Chelsea might be coming in. We are used to seeing us play draw or so it's just normal. But I expected N.Forest to actually bring on the fight, and they actually live up to expectation. This is a team that they're actually fighting for relegation, and one game at a time they're actually getting closer to the survivor. Talking about match, okay, this is the table, and currently N.Forest are 16th on 34 points, so they're still very much close, 4 points away from Leicester City, who are in 19th position, with just 2 more games to go. So they're actually pushing, and let's see how much they can push to stay in the EPL. And talking about Manchester United game, yes, 2-0 against Wolverhampton. And you can see Manchester United are the team who actually need that victory, because they're actually trying to cement their position in the Champions League top 4. Wolves they had nothing to fight for, and since Southampton going down relegating to the 2nd division is actually a sad one for me, because this is one team I actually love. They actually play beautiful football. You look at the caliber of players that come through Southampton in the EPL. You are talking about Van Dijk, talking about what's it called? Even Mane. So the Mane at a point played in Southampton. Yeah. We've seen
Scott broke the fastest Premier League goal.
We've seen fantastic players came out through Southampton, and there are still fantastic players there that will actually remain in the EPL. There's Ward-Prowse, there's Lavia. So good game of football in week 36 of EPL. 2 more games to go for some teams, 3 more games to go for some teams. But my team is we're not relegating this season, so we'll fight. We live to fight again next season.
All right, Mr. Adeyemi.
Good weekend. Surprising result. You know, it's always sweet, but not for the punters. When results don't go the way you predicted many of the times.
So all your ticket are posted?
I think it's remaining one. But whichever way, it's one of the things we love about the game. If it's predictable, why would we be sitting there and talking about it? So it's something we savor and we enjoy. Congratulations to Aston Villa that was saved by VAR because they can actually smell Europa League, and they have the master himself of the Europa League on their bench, so their fans can begin to dream. And Fulham doing well, Marco Silva doing a good job. Same of the same, expected to win. And Southampton, a painful one, them going on relegation, especially with the fact that there's a Nigerian there, Paul Onuachu.
We have two Nigerians.
There's Joel
Aribotu is also there, Joe Aribotu.
And Paul Onuachu, so they will be playing their trade. If another club don't snap them up, they will be playing their trade in the championship next season. Not so good for our national team. But what can you can only reap what you sow. To whom much is given, much is expected. But I don't think Nigerian footballers playing here in Nigeria has been given much. So you just have to take it with make do with what you get. Then Chelsea, same of the same. Book of Lamentation. We hope this season close with it. But next season will be a better season.
Our last game of this season is against Newcastle. Our loss. We'll be ending the season with another loss.
And then good one for Man U fans.
Good one for Manchester.
Maguire came in and they didn't
concede. They actually scored.
Oh man! At this point, Man U fans will be saying hallelujah. You know when you bring 80 million and has been the weapon of mass destruction against you, it's very.
All right, that is how far we can go today. It's another exciting day of football. For now, I always remember to subscribe. The Premier Sports, remember the S Fans Center. Just on your YouTube, just type it and you will see our logo. Subscribe, and so that you can always get notification. That's how far we can go. Don't forget to join us tomorrow as we come live again with the big matches. The first on the table and the second on the table will be playing tomorrow. And that is Manchester City versus Everton. Manchester City is away. Then Arsenal at home against Brighton is going to be a cracker. It's going to be another interesting match. You don't need to miss it. Remember to join us. Is that match, Manchester City match by 2 o'clock. And Arsenal it was 4:30. Don't forget to join us. For now, it's bye from us. See you tomorrow. Versus Zurich. A win for both, automatic qualify. A draw, also qualify. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center. My name remains Benue. Please don't forget to subscribe.